Alright, well, I've been kind of dreading making this video for a while now. I know it's been 6 months, something like that, since I've made my last video, and I've been kind of lying to myself. Not really lying to yourself, it's more misunderstanding what my brain's been telling me. At first I thought, I wasn't making videos that often because I was just lazy. I thought maybe it was just because I've been lazy or I've been running out of ideas, stuff like that. But I went to the doctor's a few months ago, and after some tests and all that, I got diagnosed with an illness that kind of explains it all. And it's a lot more serious than I thought it was, and I think it's been getting worse. Now, I can't tell if it's been getting worse naturally or if I've been telling myself it's getting worse. Kind of like the placebo effect a little bit, but it kind of narrows it down, so it's a lot easier to understand what's happening and how to deal with it. Now, if some of you don't know what I'm talking about, I was recently diagnosed with ligma, and I know it's kind of a meme on the internet. I think it's a dead meme now, I think. Probably is. I don't know, I'm super late on this shit. I was diagnosed with ligma a few months ago by my doctor, and it just makes the most sense. Now, if you don't know what ligma is, it's an acronym, and the acronym stands for Large Intestine Grass More Ass, and it certainly makes sense. I do have a large intestine. I think I have some like 5 feet of it or some shit. Grass, I do live in an area that has a lot of grass. More ass. This one confused me a little bit. Ever since I graduated from high school, I've been kind of sitting on my ass, so I guess it could imply like more ass sitting. But I talked to my doctor and he said it's really common for people who have ligma to have really big asses. I guess I'm a special case because I don't think my ass has been getting that big or bigger than it was. I would say I had a decent ass. I don't think that part applies to me. See, I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's like 2 Honeycrisp apples. But yeah, ligma has affected me in a big way. Obviously a meme, but I don't think people understand how terrible it actually is. So here are just some stats that I've found. According to the internet, ligma affects 1 in 420 people, and ligma is often misdiagnosed with suck-on-D's. Suck-on-D's is a very similar illness, but it's not as fatal as ligma, and it's also very common, and more common than ligma. And that's why doctors at first automatically assume that it's suck-on-D's and not ligma. Roughly 1 in 69 people, are affected by suck-on-D's in some degree. Suck-on-D's has very similar symptoms to ligma, but it often goes away in about a week. It's comparable to when you have that simple cold or that flu or whatever, but you kind of been having it for a while. So you kind of go onto WebMD and you look at the symptom checker and you fill out all the information, only for it to tell you that you have appendicitis. So that's why doctors don't want to automatically assume ligma, because a lot of patients come in, they're like, oh my god, I have ligma, and they're like, no, you don't, you have suck-on-D's, alright? But after many tests, after confirming it wasn't suck-on-D's, I do indeed have ligma. And there's a whole list of symptoms. But here's what I've been personally experiencing. I've been experiencing a lot of paranoia. I don't know what, I just have this feeling that someone's watching me all the time through my window or something like that. Another one is crippling depression. It kind of comes in waves. It's not as bad as paranoia where it's kind of all the time. Saw a squirrel out there. Sometimes I'll just feel super sad and then I won't be able to use my legs. And it just kind of happens at random points in the day, but it's not every day that it happens. My legs don't work and I'm so sad. Get it? Because I have crippling depression. And one of the most random symptoms that's just come up lately is continuity errors. This is part of the reason why I didn't want to do the videos anymore. It's just randomly in the videos, something will change in the background, or my clothes will change or something. And it's just super weird. I thought there was a ghost in my house, but I think it's just another symptom of it. I just really hope I can figure out a way to make videos that just aren't affected by continuity issues. You may know some victims of ligma. It's either you got lost in the memes and you thought it was just, a joke or something, or you just didn't realize it. First and foremost, the most popular one is Ninja. He actually died from ligma a few months ago, I think. He died from ligma, and it was so terrible. He's got a wife, so it was really tough for the internet community to deal with that. And you may be familiar with Harambe, but I don't think you understand how Ligma affects him. What the government says, what the coroner's report says, is that Harambe was shot by a bullet and that killed him. Well, I personally believe that's a conspiracy, and they're just trying to cover up a Ligma outbreak or like a terrorist attack of Ligma, like a biohazard kind of thing. I personally believe that Harambe was exposed to high doses of Ligma, and since it was such a high dose, you know, I think that it just killed him instantly. Like, you can't kill a god with a bullet. So it's kind of just, it doesn't make sense. And you may be asking yourself, where did this Ligma come from? I believe, and I think there's some scientific proof behind this, that the child that fell into the enclosure, he was one of the first people to have Ligma. And it was such a strong strain of it that it just killed Harambe instantly. He was actually using his kinetic powers to pull that kid in, and he was trying to find a cure for Ligma. He didn't want to kill the kid. He's trying to take him back to his lair, try to find an antidote to this Ligma illness so we can finally, like, defeat it. And it just kind of gets me all riled up that people are just like, well, you know, maybe the kid, your parents, and blah, 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 Harambe deserved it. Shut the fuck up. Harambe was trying to save us all, and of course, he got killed because of it. So with all that in mind, I hope you understand, you know, where I'm coming from with all this. I am going to go on a quest to Cincinnati Zoo, to Harambe's enclosure, and I'm going to try to figure out a way into his lab. Because I know there's got to be a secret hidden door or something. So I can, like, maybe find his notes, or if he has any recordings or anything, kind of on his progress, or what he believes, what could be the cure to this illness. And once I'm able to find anything, if I don't find anything, then it's back to square one. But if I do, maybe we could make some progress on this and finally defeat this illness once and for all. I still don't really know what I want to do content-wise, so what I think I'm going to be doing is kind of just uploading whatever I want, whenever I want. I also started streaming on Twitch. I found that live streaming is personally a lot easier for me to do. Easier for me than editing a video, realizing it's garbage, and then having to upload it begrudgingly. While on stream, I can constantly be making adjustments, just kind of just do my own thing and not have to worry about editing or wasting more time away from playing video games. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your patience during this troubling time. And yeah, I'll see you either on a stream or on my videos or whatever. Thanks.